Good morning, sports fans. What's going on, y'all? You are officially tuned in live to the defining moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your directory for all that is sports. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are kicking off the week here on IE Sports Radio. And I'll tell you right now, we have so much to get into. But not just only in sports for IE Sports Radio. This station has been around for nearly 8 years. And I'll tell you right now, we are just hitting stride. Today's show is certainly going to include everything. And I don't know how I'm going to do it. But you know me, I always manage to pull off a million things in an hour. But we're definitely talking a little bit of March Madness. Definitely saying goodbye, but thank you to Coach K. We're talking some NCAA softball, baseball, volleyball, beach volleyball, and of course, all of the other sports. Formula One, NASCAR, NHRA, IndyCar, and of course, a little soccer. Because what would the show be without a little soccer? Talk a little MLS and European soccer. MLB gets underway this week. We never thought that would happen, right? Thursday evening, or sorry, Thursday morning for us on the West Coast, getting underway. And we got the Frozen Four. Oh, we got so many sports coming our way. But we're also talking about this new direction here at IE Sports Radio. And ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be a little something different. We got an incredible lineup of shows here, and it's just going to get better. So, with that said, this little station has grown. We got a blog department. We got a PR, fully functional PR department, along with a newsroom, and of course, every great show you hear here. We got plenty of wonderful shows and plenty of wonderful things going on here at the station. You might want to check us out and get more into it if you're just a casual listener, because the bomb is about to drop, you guys. We are about to really blow up in the next month or so, leading up to our 8-year anniversary. That includes the last 8 shows that we need to cover all regions, major sport regions of the U.S., and the journey begins today. You are now listening to the defining moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports in the new era.
Sports fans, Do you like teams that are tough, cities that are tougher, and fan bases that are passionate about their teams? How about teams that are historic and stadiums that are iconic? Then you belong in Chicago, and you need to check out Chi-Town Weekly. Join me, Adam Kernan, every week as we keep up with all things Chicago sports. Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, White Sox. We'll cover them all, plus more. The Windy City is always buzzing, and we'll keep you up on all the big games and major stories. So tune in to Chi-Town Weekly every week right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's good, fight fans? It's your boy, Marcus Los Rate, here to give you what you want, here to give you what you need. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm coming to you live, straight from your mama's basement with a crispy, awesome white tea. They're coming to you live every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, March Madness has been every bit of madness we can imagine. Oh my goodness, did we not get a battle twice yesterday? Oh no, I'll tell you, probably one of the best Final Fours I've seen in a while, simply because, well, I don't know, there was a rivalry? Oh yeah! Started things off, Rock Chalk, y'all. Kansas really dominated this game, let's just be real. It was 100% Jayhawk, and that's all there was to it. Amazing performance. David McCormick, 25 points. Homeboy went off. 10 for 12, and 6, for the field, and 5 for 6 field goal. Colin Gillespie did his best for his team in Villanova. Leading scorer, 17 points, 6 for 11 from the field, and no free throws. But man, at the half, it was, an 11-point game, but no one ever really scared Kansas. You know what I mean? Like, this was just Kansas saying, yeah, we're gonna get there and no one's gonna get in our way. And they dominated. 40-29 at the half. And then, well, Kansas did it again in the second half. Leading again and just balled out, man. What a great game this was for the Jayhawks. 81-65. Final score here. Kansas will move on to the Final Four. And then quite the rivalry. Duke and North Carolina Battle of the Blues Part 3. This time tournament style. Paulo Banchero for Duke played his heart out, as did the entire Blue Devils team. 20 points for him, 8 for 17, and 2 for 4 for field goals. But it was this man, Caleb Love, and his Tar Heels, 28 points, 11 for 20 field goals, well, for field goal, and 3 for 4 for free throws. It was close the entire game. It would have only been fitting for overtime, but it didn't go there. Regardless, back and forth they went. UNC will pull this thing off, 81-77. The Tar Heels move on to take on Kansas in the national championship coming up on Monday. Well, I just gotta say this real fast. No music, no nothing. Coach, it sucks. It really does. Coach K, you're the man. For those of you who haven't been watching basketball that much, or who aren't the biggest basketball fans, Coach K is a giant of basketball. This man began coaching as an assistant coach in Indiana in 1974. He would then move on the very next year to Army, where he would coach for 5 years. And after that, he would step on to coach Duke from 1980 all the way to last night. I am so freaking bummed. I really am. But you know what? Coach K has been around the game for such a long time. He has produced some of the best players, and he's such a humble guy. He won't even say that. He'll say, they did it themselves. I just coached them. Coach K is that guy. He's that humble, happy, smiling face that is just doing his best to help his players achieve the best that they can. That is the kind of coach Coach K was. He was all business, but he was also a player's coach that guys loved to play for. He was absolutely 100% authentic. The man would have time for interviews. He wouldn't push the camera out of people's faces or out of his face and tell the interviewer, of course, hey, no time for questions, or it's basketball. What do you expect? Or be rude, or no, we're down. We got adjustments to make. We got to go, Bob. Whatever. He was not that. Coach K seemed to always have time for interviewers. He always had time, of course, for his players. And I feel like no matter what, Coach K always had time to make the best possible moments for his guys. What do I mean by that? He put in so much work. Coaching does not end when you leave the court or the field or wherever you're coaching every night. You go home with that stuff. You wake up with it. You put in so much work. And the more work you put in, truthfully, the further your team's really going to go. He put in so much of his time. And what did he do for Duke and all of his players that he's coached since 1980 to last night? He gave them a moment. He gave them that one shining moment. He got them to the tournament. I honestly don't know the statistic of how many years he didn't get to the tournament with Duke, but I can tell you right now, it was way, way more times than he didn't. And what he means to this game, he has coached the Olympic team multiple times. I don't even know that statistic. But what I do know is that players loved him and respected him in the game for every year that he coached. The man is a genius. He is a class act. And I am so bummed to hear, well, of course, to know that he is on his way out. I didn't even remember last night, honestly, guys. As I started watching the game, I was like, oh my gosh, Coach K is the last. It's been so busy. I've been so out of the loop with so many things and sports and craziness. I remember hearing it at the start of the season, but last night it really hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, no way. And seeing Duke lose just hit me. I'm more of a Duke guy anyway over North Carolina just because I like that shade of blue. Get it? The Battle of the Blues. But I've always been a Coach K fan. And he's what made me like Duke. He's a cornerstone, not just in college basketball, but in basketball. Because the guys who he produced went on to play somewhere professionally. Didn't always have to be the NBA. And you know what? We thank him for that. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations on a wonderful career, Coach Mike Krzyzewski. This guy deserves every bit of props he can get, or every bit of props he gets. But ladies and gentlemen, there's only one Coach K, and we definitely thank him for this wonderful, and I'm talking about absolutely wonderful career that he gave to us. He is a true legend. Coach K, we hope to have you many, many years around here on the planet Earth, but you will definitely be missed on the sidelines of Duke basketball. You are listening to the defining moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. When we get back, we're going to dabble back into a little bit more basketball, women's Final Four, a little more hockey, talk some volleyball that my good friend Mr. Taryn Rodriguez is already talking about. Taryn was in the house last night, by the way, when Long Beach would sweep Hawaii. That was pretty cool. And, of course, we're going to get into some soccer. My boy Andrew Hagenball is up inside this chat room. And, oh, yeah, you're going to hear some things I got to say about soccer. Some of it good, some of it you'll see. With that, and not just about I love the sport, but just certain leagues, they just irritate me. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, you were listening to the defining moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson.
It's your boy, Notorious Lock.
And we are the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That gives you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
I'll tell you what, That's such a great show. I'm going to tune in tonight for it. Oh yeah, y'all. Fast break. Davidson Crick and Darius Lock. We'll be talking plenty about the Final Four and the National Championship. Always a great time with those guys every Sunday night. You got to check them out, y'all. Trust me, they are awesome. So, where were we? Oh, yeah! Women's Final Four on Friday. I mean, one of these was kind of like a, we figured. But South Carolina would make it happen 72-59. Yeah, it's kind of like Kansas. Just getting over the cold here. Andrew, in the chat room, said a little bit ago that Kansas basketball is all about business. No matter who you are, they will destroy you, in all capitals, destroy. And I completely agree. I am not saying that UNC is going to, get trampled over. But I really do know, I feel that the Jayhawks will be winning on Monday night. And if they don't, okay, cool. But I guess, they definitely look the part. So, South Carolina for the women. Aaliyah Boston balled out 23 points, 8 for 12 for field goal, and 6 for 7 from free throw. Emily Enxler did her best for Louisville, 18 points, 8 for 17, and 2 for 4 from field goal. But, guess what? It wasn't enough, unfortunately. South Carolina dominated. They led at the half, they actually trailed. It was crazy. They had a crazy little second quarter. But, overall, South Carolina balled. They did their thing. 72-59. In the second game, well, we just kind of knew what would happen. I mean, Stanford's a good team, but it's freaking UConn. It's Gino Auriemma. This team is amazing, and we know that UConn has historically been one of the best teams overall in college sports ever. That program is incredible. So, Paige Bucher's amazing job for her, but it was more of a team game. They spread the ball around a lot. But 14 points, 7 for 13, 0 for 0 from field goal, from free throw. Haley Jones, 20 points, 8 for 21 from field goal, and 4 out of 5 free throws made. Overall, you guys, at the half, Stanford led 17-15, but UConn ultimately got it done, 63-58. Today, the national championship is set and ready to rock and roll. 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. UConn, South Carolina, for all the marbles. South Carolina is favored. I'm definitely going to take South Carolina as well in this one. But, man, it is going to be a good game. I think it's going to be like a 2-point game. It might even go to overtime. But we're going to see a very good women's college basketball game here today, you guys. And this is what it's all about. So, yeah. But definitely, big ups to everybody in the chat room, too, talking about Coach K. Yep, Andrew all day long. Happy retirement. Love Coach K. And Terrence says here, happy retirement to Coach K. Forever a legend. But UNC did everything in their power to make sure Duke didn't advance. Absolutely. That's how rivalry games are sometimes. No, I think all the time for them. And yeah, Taryn also wants to add that Kansas basketball seems to be a night and day team sometimes. Yeah, but they're more dominant than they are not dominant. So, when I saw it against Miami, it looked like they were doomed, but they turned it on in the second half. Yeah, I mean, it's the entire game. That's what I gotta say. It's a full game. Sometimes you're gonna be crappy looking in certain parts of it, but it's the full game. And Kansas, though you can definitely, I mean, they're not indestructible, but they've definitely shown, what they're capable of doing. And yeah, but Taryn also wants to add freaking Stanford. Of course, the one time I picked them to win it all, they lose. I know, right, Taryn? But it's UConn, dude. He says, this is why I don't do March Madness brackets. Taryn, my bracket is probably 100,000 times worse than yours. So, you're good, dude. You're good. But, let's roll on now. We are now done with basketball. And I do want to mention, I know I have been really spotty on air recently, and my apologies, you guys. Once again, I know I've been on like every other weekend. I've been battling a freaking cold. I've been like, the sickness is crazy. The wedding has been absolutely nuts, planning everything. Homework like crazy. It's just a lot. All right, so my apologies. So I did miss the Women's Frozen 4 a couple weeks ago. My apologies. But it was awesome. I didn't actually catch the game. My apologies, though. This was actually back on March 20th. So we're a few weeks back. But congratulations, you guys. Incredible job here. Congratulations to the Lady Buckeyes of Ohio State. They will win their first ever NCAA Women's Hockey National Championship title, as they will defeat Minnesota Duluth 3-2 and win that dang thing. So congratulations to the Lady Buckeyes a couple weeks ago on March 20th, for winning that deal. And well, coming up actually in just a few weeks, this coming week, Frozen 4 fans, coming up, we have Michigan versus Denver and Minnesota State versus Minnesota. Final Four coming up this Thursday, April 7th, and the championship game is coming up on April 9th, this Saturday, at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Gonna be a great Frozen Four this year. Certainly some strong teams there. I have mentioned every one of these teams moving forward into the, moving forward into college hockey as best as I could cover it this year, and I have definitely seen all these teams being strong at some point or another. So there is the Frozen Four all set up. Now let's go ahead and jump a little bit back into basketball. I know we're kind of jumping around a lot, but I just want to give this because, well, yeah, no, it's the NBA. All right, so we have like a few days left. Literally. Next Sunday is the last day of the regular season. Let's just, put it out there. It's over. For a lot of teams, it's over. I will not spend a lot of time in the NBA right now because it's very self-explanatory. So, it's very easy to see who is in and, well, who's almost there. So, let's give it to you like this. In the West, the Suns have dominated. Oh, that's a surprise. They lost last year, you guys. Don't forget. They would lose in the championship. So, I'm just saying. They're pissed. And they have really showed it this year. The Bucks got the better of them last year, and you know what? That's what I'm talking about. The Phoenix Suns are on a warpath this year. They've only lost 15 freaking games. That has to be some kind of record for the Suns. But amazing game it was. And we all know how good this team really is. So, Suns are in. We know this. Memphis, Golden State, Dallas, and then of course we got Utah and Denver there. And well, who's still actually in the hunt? Right now, Minnesota and the Clippers are barely in. Barely. But the Clippers did get in. They managed to get in. And, well, the teams that are nowhere to be found, because it's basically over, are everyone from New Orleans down. So we're talking New Orleans, San Antonio, the Lakers in their miserable performances this year. I just couldn't believe how terrible the Lakers were. It blew my freaking mind of how terrible this team really is. But, Lakers, Sacramento, I mean, they still actually have a chance, technically. I don't think it's going to happen, but technically. Sorry, we have Sacramento, of course, and then the teams who have been eliminated, Portland, OKC, and Houston. Okay, well, there you have it. Overall, you guys, I'm pretty sure it's going to seal up with Minnesota and the Clippers. I don't see any. I do not see New Orleans, San Antonio, the Lakers, or Sacramento coming back to do anything whatsoever. There's a line under San Antonio, so we know damn well they're, under them, no one's really going to make it. But, but Taryn just mentioned, the Clippers are in the play-in tournament, so they locked up that number 8 spot. So, this is really sad, you guys. It's really sad because the Lakers, I mean, it sucks. So, Lakers out, Clippers in, and, we're going to see about that play-in tournament. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys forgot about that damn thing. Once again, been out of the loop for a while. And then, of course, we have here, in the East, Miami, Milwaukee, Boston, Philadelphia. They've been a monster this year. Toronto, Chicago, Cleveland, and Atlanta play-in tournament. We have Charlotte and Brooklyn. Everybody else is gone. I mean, kind of sad, right? I mean, I think it's kind of funny. But, I mean, what do you really do? You know, what do you do when everybody else has been eliminated? You laugh. I'm just kidding. Washington, the New York Knicks, Indiana, Detroit, and Orlando. Better luck next season. So, there you have it. I don't think anything's really going to change in 10 days. The end of the season is here. It's time for some playoff basketball, y'all. No more watching sorry teams try to make things happen. No, it's playoff time, y'all. So, let's have some fun and dive on into that. Alrighty. We also have just a few more days in hockey. Oh my goodness. We have, actually, I mean, it's a little longer, but last day of the regular season, April 29th. Now, let's just get this out of the way so I don't bash them. Because I will bash them. But the Ducks. Yeah. The Ducks. Incredibly terrible season, you guys. So, let's get them out of the way. I don't think we're going nowhere. But I will tell you right now, we have amazing performances this year from Florida. Oh my gosh. The Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning have been incredible. Amazing stuff there. And the Atlantic definitely goes through these 4 teams. They're in. They're ready to roll. In the Metropolitan, Carolina and New York Rangers, absolutely there. Pittsburgh kind of just hanging out as well at the top. In the West, Colorado has all but buried the rest of the freaking division here. I mean, what more can you say about a team who has been dominating pretty much since the start of the season? So, there you are in the Central. And the Pacific, it's somewhat of a close race, but I really do think it's just going to be between the Flames and the Kings. At least we get one Southern California team fighting, right? So, as of the moment, playoffs will start to take shape at the moment. But those are your leaders, and that's where we are. Taryn also saying here the play-in tournament, 7 versus 8, and we get it. It's the play-in tournament. They started us a few years ago, or I think last year. Totally forgot about it, but yeah, they certainly have a cool. I really do like this form of getting into the playoffs. I think it's actually a lot better. I was really, really happy watching it last year. Like, yeah, this is what we need moving forward. It's kind of like like how the MLB added that 1-game wild card. I don't know. I guess I do really like how we're adding more little pieces to playoffs. It really does make sense to me. So, all right, you guys. So yeah. With that said, we have so much more to get into, and certainly certainly got to talk about, well, I don't know, the new direction of the station. Oh, yeah, we can't forget about that. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to The Defining Moment right here on IU Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
Hey sports fans, do you like wine? Well, we've got the show for you. This is Let's Wine About Sports, a show where we talk about wine and sports simultaneously. From the classic Cabernet Sauvignon all the way down to the grapes that you've never even heard of before. Oh yeah, we cover it all. And we'll talk about a little bit of sports as well. Football, hockey, collegiate, women's sports, it doesn't matter. We're going to talk about it all, and we're going to whine about it all. So join me Monday at 8 p.m. on IU Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Alrighty, y'all. Another great show coming up tonight. Let's whine about sports, Mr. Mike Bet. So, we are going to go ahead and jump right on into some auto sports because it's going to be a quick delivery, but all kinds of fun. I hope you're excited for it. Let's do this, y'all. So, the NHRA today, another great event. We've had the Winter Nats, the Arizona Nats, the Gator Nationals, and now, fourth event of the year, only fitting we have 4 wide, right? So the 4 wide Nats underway this weekend in Las Vegas. Certainly going to be a lot of fun. The finals coming up today. Love the NHRA, you guys. If you have not checked it out, please check it out when it does air today at some time. Always awesome. So, let's move forward now into what everyone else has been squawking about, and that, of course, is Formula One. So, a couple of weeks ago, we did have the start of the Formula One season. And, well, good stuff. Formula One, I wouldn't say it's more competitive, but I could definitely say it's, it's looking a little more competitive. I mean, a driver from Alpine, Esteban Ocon, actually was 6th over a Red Bull. So, just saying, it's kind of jacked up that we only have. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a Ferrari guy. I'm very happy that Charles Leclerc won. And it was a 1-2 finish. Carlos Sainz was 2nd place, but it's just sucky, man, that Formula One, we don't get competition at all. It's like a European soccer league, man. Like, there's 3 teams that we know they're going to lead. It's like, who's going to win it this year out of 6 drivers? And they have their A driver and B driver, and it's like, okay, well, we already know they're going to end up telling the B driver to pull over, and if the A driver passed them at some point during the race, the B driver's leading. It's just frustrating. But I would love it one day if, a new package could be made to where it's very competitive for all cars, much like NASCAR at the moment, because I'm loving NASCAR right now. But hey, I guess I shouldn't be too mad. Once again, my team, Ferrari, won, so I'm certainly happy about that. Taking first place in of course, the starting race of the year. Well, it's not starting race of the year, but of course, this past week, in Saudi Arabia. In Bahrain. Sorry, that was back in March. Then we had the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, where Max Verstappen would just show that he is still this dominant youngster who's coming for every freaking title he can get, and I love it. I love his competitiveness. This guy is the man. So, that race last weekend. But we did have Leclerc and Sainz second place for Ferrari. So we have a pretty cool little mix-up right now going on in the driver's points. Charles Leclerc with 45 points, Sainz with 33, and Max Verstappen in third. Red Bull. So kind of crazy to not see any of the silver arrows up there, or crazy to see Lewis Hamilton not even winning a race yet. Kind of crazy. So yeah, how about that? So moving forward to constructors, Ferrari now 78 points, Mercedes with 38, and surprise, surprise, Red Bull with 37. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it'd be nice to have some more variety. Just saying. Round 3 gets underway next week in Australia for the Australian Grand Prix. Be ready, y'all. Formula 1. Round 3 of 22 gets underway coming up this week. Alright. Now, NASCAR. Okay, let me just go ahead and throw this out here. I am really, really happy with NASCAR right now. I am so happy. I love this package. I think this package is amazing. We're getting drivers winning who no one even knows who they are. That's my kind of stuff right there, alright? Regardless, Chase Elliott's still leading the points right now. He's out in front, leading by 13, then Ryan Blaney, then Joe Logano, then Alex Bowman, then Ross Chastain. But I'll tell you right now, you guys, I'm loving this new package. It is really, really cool. I mean, seriously, I'm happy about that. So, last weekend, of course, we had Circuit of the Americas. I thought that was freaking great. Ross Chastain will win it. How about that brand new track and a young driver getting that thing done? Today, we're in Richmond. So, Richmond Raceway. Going to be a little fun one here. So we shall see who wins that thing coming up. And then next week, Martinsville, and then Bristol. Oh my, and then Talladega. Tiny tracks to a monster just like that. Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. So we got some NASCAR coming our way. And then, of course, IndyCar. Well, we do know that last week, Joseph Newgarden looked strong, or a couple weeks ago, Joseph Newgarden looked strong, winning in Texas. Coming up on April 10th, we have the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. I would love to make it out there one day. Taryn, you should go, brother. But can't afford it this year, but definitely next year. Would love to do that. Coming up on the 10th. So right now, of course, Scott McLaughlin leading the charge. And then Will Power, Alex Powell, Joseph Newgarden, and Marcus Ericsson. So a little bit of racing for you there. And we're going to go ahead and just fly right into like volleyball. We're going to start condensing everything at the moment right now. This last past weekend, the big news, you guys. How about this, man? Long Beach. Congratulations, man. The Beach, they will sweep the Caesar Series over Hawaii. Hawaii, no joke, man. Certainly an amazing team. And, well, you know what? I thought that was pretty awesome. Taryn was in the house last night showing love, man, of course, to IE Sports Radio. And just in the house, incredible performance by the Beach. And this tournament is coming. We are so close to this NCAA volleyball tournament, men's tournament. And realistically right now, I mean, yes, we do know that it's not a big tournament. I would love to see it, a big tournament one day with my program. But overall, man, I think we're going to see Long Beach and Hawaii back fighting each other again. If it would come down to it. Somewhere in this tournament, or at least I would hope so. I would love to see that. So let's go ahead and switch over some gears now real fast and fly on over into some soccer. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of fly around the tables here. Real Madrid is probably going to win this year. I mean, let's just put it out there. They're probably going to take Liga. They're probably going to take La Liga. They're leading by over 10 points, I believe. So, yeah. Once again, here we go. This is another team who dominates pretty much and gets it done. But I do love what I see in the English Premier League. Manchester City and Liverpool. They are 1-2 right now, of course, dominating everybody else. 73 points. and 72 points for Liverpool. Regardless, Manchester City, I don't know, it could be good to hang on to, we'll see. But overall, you guys, I'm not quite sure who we'll get, but we shall see. Moving in now into City A. This makes me happy that we have a small tournament at the top, or a small little fight at the top, because AC Milan and Napoli are both tied at 66. Realistically speaking, we're probably not going to see Inter Milan break that. They're 6 points back. AC Milan and Napoli are both really strong. And Juventus will probably not get up there either, even though they're just 1 point back from Inter Milan with 59 points. Regardless, no Inter this year, but we do have a good fight at the top for City A between Napoli and AC Milan. And you know what? I'll take that. I will take a good little fight at the top. Alright, moving on. Into the Bundesliga. Once again, you guys, Munich is pretty much won. They've done this already. They're leading by 9 points. Let's just face it, they're going to win another column. Moving into Ligue 1. Can anybody guess in the chat room who's going to win this thing? I'll give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. If you said PSG before you could even type it, yes, it is PSG who's gonna win like another, this is their millionth title, I think. Because the competition is just not there like a lot of these leagues. So, PSG is probably gonna win this year. They're leading by 9 and they're gonna probably win. Cool. I'm sorry guys, I guess I'm just too American. I love playoffs, so anyway, let's go ahead and jump on in to a little bit of MLS. And this is going to be, I know, sorry about that, Taryn. Fastest volleyball minute ever. As you can see, I'm flying through all these things here. Gotta be off in about 12 minutes. Marcus Vidali is coming up after this right now with Peak Sports Talk. So, we're now around MLS. I can tell you right now, the Galaxy doesn't look good at all. Sorry, we're 2-0-2. We look cool, I guess, but, we're definitely not looking the greatest. But, I will tell you, teams who are looking pretty great. In the East, my goodness, Philadelphia 4-1-0. They are looking good. Okay, 13 points top of the list right now. New York Red Bulls and Atlanta United looking strong. Then over in the Western Conference, wow, it's just painful to see the Galaxy, not that great. With freaking 6 points, but, with 13 points leading the West, LAFC, just kidding, LAFC a good team here, and they're showing it, 13 points, and then right beneath them, Real Salt Lake with 11. Realistically, you guys, we have more of a fight at the top in the East than the West. LAFC, man, they can continue this, they'll find themselves, I don't know, looking like one of those European soccer league teams, way out in front by the But anyway, you guys, we gotta finish up there with soccer. I just wanted to point out once again, I dedicated the entire second half of this season to showing that, I don't know, it's frustrating when you have those soccer teams that are just, I don't know, dominating everything, and it's blah, Anyway, so a little bit into some college softball really fast. We are now into the goods of the season where we're getting a lot of series and the tournaments and everything have pretty much died down. And as of right now, we are, this is the last, solid month, and then the College World Series. It's crazy to think, it's crazy. We're into this last month. It just started in February, right? It feels like it. Oklahoma, 29-0. Who in the hell is going to beat this team? They are incredible. The Lady Sooners have been great ever since the opening day, and they just continue to be amazing. So let's go ahead and jump on a little bit into the diamond here. And, wrong song, there we go. So, into the diamond, we have here Oklahoma, 29-0. Can these ladies be stopped? We shall see. UCLA, currently number 2, 28-3. Florida State, 30-2. Alabama, 28-4. And Virginia Tech, 25-3. Freaking incredible. Oh my God. I just kind of want to see if Oklahoma can go undefeated. I really do. I want to see that. UCLA, can they win another title? I mean, it's just, I love it. We have great matchups today as well that I'm actually looking forward to. And, I mean, Florida State, Virginia, anybody? You know, I mean, that's a great matchup, right? Two top 5 teams there. Also, Oregon, a top 25 team taking on UCLA. So, solid games going on here today. But I guess I'm telling you guys, man, Oklahoma, I mean, golly, man, 29-0. Anytime you can make a run like that, you're going to dominate. So, you're going to the tournament, I feel, you know. But who knows how far they'll go in the tournament. We shall see. Now, moving on in to some NCAA baseball. I'm just going to give it to y'all, man. Tennessee. Where did they come from? Where did this team come from? I mean, they were smacking around people. Remember that score, like 28-3 or whatever it was a couple years ago? A couple of months ago for Damn Son, that segment. Well, Tennessee, man, the balls are freaking balling. 23-1. They're number 1 now. They were number 5 last week. Arkansas jumping up from 3 to 2, 18-4. Oregon State now at 17-5 with they were number 6. And then Virginia jumping up from 10 all the way to 4. They're 22-2. And then how about this, man? Florida State jumping up from 7 to 5 at 16-7. Well, what happened to the previous number 1? Well, I'll tell you. Ole Miss were previously number 1, and man, that loss got them, man. They would fall to Kentucky yesterday, and they would lose 2-9. They would just beat Kentucky the day before 2-1, but they lost to Kentucky 9-2, you guys, and just like that, they tumbled. They went from 1 all the way down to 10. That's quite the fall. So I'm just saying, man, you gotta hold on to your hat, you know. But Ole Miss, I think they lost 7 games this year. I don't know I don't know how they were number 1 anyway. But regardless, that's kind of crazy, right? So anyway, I think it's about that time, y'all. We got one more segment to go, and oh yeah, it's time to say, "Damn, son!" Every couple of years, the MLB decides to, go on strike and scare the crap out of all of us. But this segment, on Thursday, Damn, son! This segment is dedicated to baseball. Why is it a damn, son? Because we're actually getting baseball. That's why I chose Damn Son to talk a little MLB. Because I really do believe that a good amount of us, when it finally happened, when the MLB said, hey, we're actually going to have a season this year, some of us were like, damn, son, finally. Exactly. I mean, it's crazy to think that we almost didn't have baseball, but it's here. It's here. And coming up on Thursday, we get all of the goodies. Oh my God. Damn, son. We almost didn't get baseball. We had lockouts before. We almost didn't get baseball. but it's here. I am happy about that. So, I'm going to tell you right now, I love all sports, but man, if we wouldn't have gotten baseball, I would have been pissed. Like, seriously. Don't get me wrong. The Women's College World Series is amazing. The College World Series is amazing. We got our minor league baseball team down the road here, like Elsinore Storm. But MLB, man, we gotta have our MLB. That's like not having the NBA, the NHL, the MLS, the NFL. I mean, we need baseball, especially in the summer, you know? So, I'm happy. We have baseball, you guys. And it's getting underway on Thursday. Of course, the best way to start it out is Red Sox Yankees, two teams that can't stand each other. And I'm happy for that. Yeah, we almost didn't get it this year, but here we go. Load up the bases, y'all. I know our boys over at the Screwball podcast here at IS Sports Radio have been happy the last couple of weeks delivering so much. They delivered a late show the other night, at least on the East Coast. I know, right? Damn, son, that was a late show. But they definitely did their thing, Coleman and Brad. And man, we just got it. I mean, this season is going to be great. Big shows there, division favorites. I'll tell you right now, you guys, I'm happy. So, if you're a baseball fan, be happy, and let's enjoy this season coming up, starting on Thursday, opening day. Alright, y'all, you already know it's time to cue that music. And we're out of here for the day. Well, I want to save this for last, but IE Sports Radio, man, we have come a long way. It has been nearly 8 years, and as I mentioned earlier, we're just hitting stride. Shows like this are going to be around for a long time. We are in search right now of podcasters who are ready to rock and roll, put in some great effort, and cover all the sports that we love. The journey has been very long, very tough, but we are fighters. And though there are unfortunate departures, or there has been unfortunate departures in the last few months, and sometimes shows that just didn't work out. I just want to give a message to our listeners: we aren't going nowhere. I want to use this time as a public apology. I have totally neglected the station a lot in the last couple of months. The closer to the wedding we get, it's definitely hard to maneuver with work, and with all these classes, and all these things we're gonna deal with. But I'll tell you right now, you guys, IE Sports Radio is not going anywhere. So if you see a couple shows departing or whichever, trust me, it's all a part of the process. And what does Bill Belichick say? Trust the process. He also says do your job. But I'll tell you, we have been so blessed, Slay and I, with this amazing team of podcasters. And my goodness, we are really, really, really happy with our team. For anybody that you see departs, you know, all the best to them, and I always let them know. But we will get replacements, and we, of course, are trying to build our team. And as I always tell everybody, that Well, yeah, Terry, but Belichick, I'm pretty sure said that too. I mean, but yeah, Joel Embiid. But I mean, honestly, trust the process has been thrown around by everybody. So I mean, I think everyone said that. Totally everybody. But yeah. So Cecilia and I have not done our show in like months. Sports perspective. I mean, my goodness, our wedding day is almost a month away. It is just so much. There's so much going into it. I mean, I'll be a teacher in a couple of months. Credentials and all these crazy classes and tests I'm taking. I'm almost there with another master's. Cecilia's starting her BAC in a couple of weeks, actually, in about a month. So many wonderful things, you guys. So many blessings, but at the same exact time, it's kind of been tough. So yeah, Taryn, thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man. And yeah, like Joel Embiid said, according to Taryn, you know, trust the process. So. Yeah, but a house is never built overnight. Trust me, we've been building this house for almost 8 years. So, appreciate you, man, for being there, and everybody else. Taryn for helping look at the station and everything. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a great day of shows to get to, and lots of work to do to get all these great things here at IE Sports Radio on and popping. My attention will be much more focused now that we have a lot of things figured out moving forward. Taryn, you're the man. I think this man deserves an applause. You are the man, sir. Thank you for holding things up. We appreciate you, brother. And the IE Sports Radio team. We'll see you next week, y'all. Until then, take care. And as always, God bless.